I didn't sign up for this. It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. We staged an uprising because you said we could win. 4 years later, what have we got to show for it? It was a harebrained scheme from the start. You lot were behind this, so you can clean up the mess. I'm getting out of here until the coast is clear to return.
You'd leave your compatriots behind.
Well, look, it can't be helped, can it? The sword bearers need their commander alive so we can make a comeback.
It can't be helped, you say? Yes, you may be right.
I'll have to use your airship, of course. Well, good luck.
I'll admit this was a reckless plan from the outset. A great battle against a powerful nation, outnumbered 100 to 1. Such a thrilling opportunity. But I was not able to keep my subordinates in check, leading to the scourge of the toxic mist and the death of the fire vestal. The toxic mist decimated the main forces of the shield bearers, but the black blades did not escape unscathed. The death of the fire vestal caused Mount Karka to erupt, sealing the way into the temple. And then, you arrived.
You introduced me to the way of the Swordmaster. You taught me many things. About values, standards, and good and evil. It's fair to say you had a great influence on me. My father was always concerned about his work and his ideals. He found little time to spend with me. Tell me, Master, were the things you told me about righteousness, strength, and bravery all lies? That we should help the helpless and face strong foes without flinching? I cannot fathom why you have lit the fires of war in this realm, causing strife to so many innocents. I still find it hard to believe. This is not the man I know. He would never do this!
You let sentiment cloud your mind, Adia. You are still as earnest as you were when you were a youth. You never waver in your disgust for recreant behavior. You condemn all that runs counter to your beliefs without fail. In a way, you remind me of your father.
What? You see him in me?
Yes, very much so. But you are still a child, unsullied by the world. There are no certainties in life. Righteousness and truth have a different meaning to each and every one of us. If you try to see the world as merely black or white, you'll lose sight of its true nature.
Many are quick to treat us as children. But they simply use that as an excuse for their own corruption.
The warrior's pride is not always compatible with the responsibilities of a commander, Adia. If I could act as I see fit, everything would be easy. But that is not the case. The same goes for your father. And someday, for the wind vestal you accompany.
Don't compare her to you or my father. Agnes acts for the good of the world.
She fights to carry out her mission, no? Blood and tears are shed in its name. It is no different for your father or me.
Mission? No different? You and your soldiers plunged the world into turmoil. You started a war and took the lives of so many. How can you say Agnes is like you?
If you cannot see beyond the surface, then perhaps you will never understand. Do not be so blind. You must not lose sight of what is most important. I thought I had taught you that.
Enough sophistry. It is underhanded. That does it! I shall go to help Agnes awaken the Earth Crystal.
If that is your decision, I hope you are prepared to live with it.
I am. I'm ready to fight any who get in our way. Even you or my father.
Very well, then. I see you have made up your mind.
got this!
this!
This decides it! Master!
Well fought. I underestimated your conviction. Will you hear your master out one last time, Adia?
Of course.
Take the time to speak with your father properly. If you do not, I see nothing but tragedy for you both. End this petty dissent between father and child.
Master.
You two were always so difficult.
Master!
You did what? You went to the Temple of Fire? There was a way in through the Mithril Mine?
Yes, we have awakened the fire crystal. That should quell Mount Karka's fury.
That is excellent news. Thank you, Wind Vestal. We owe you and your companions our thanks.
One thing. After we awakened the fire crystal, all the veins of ore in the mine disappeared.
I see. Oh, no need to look so dejected. This is actually good news for us. After all, the mithril warheads the sword bearers fired upon us were a source of great concern. This should change the course of the war. If we are lucky, it may end soon. Once the eruption of Mount Karka subsides, we will also work to restore the Temple of Fire as quickly as we can.
I would appreciate that. The fire vessel should be given a proper funeral without delay. After all, we were only able to awaken the fire crystal through the help of Egil here and the fire vestal.
Is that so? Fine work, Egil. You have my thanks, too.
What will become of the Canary Boys, who were working in the mine?
They were all without homes to go back to, so we will harbor them here in Heartschild. The townspeople will see that they are cared for.
I'm glad to hear that. You'll be seeing your friends again soon, Egil.
Yeah.
Well, you are all tired, I dare say. Please get some rest while you sojourn in Heartschild.
What's the matter, Egil?
I don't want to live in this town.
What? Why not?
I want to go with you!
Huh?
That's simply not.
So you wish to fight by our side, hmm?
Oh, I can't do that. I don't know how to fight. But I still want to go with you. Please, take me with you. I'll do anything you ask.
That just won't work.
Even if you say no, I'm still going.
Then we have a problem. Let's go to Commander Goodman's residence.
We've decided to take Egil in. My husband has agreed that it would be best.
You hear that, Egil? That's great news. You couldn't wish for a better family than the Goodmans.
I hope that when you grow up, we'll see an age free from the ravages of war. I would hate to see you end up a soldier.
I believe your husband has what it takes to make that happen.
Thank you for your kind words.
Well then, Egil, you take care of yourself. We'll be back to check on you, so be on your best behavior.
I will. Goodbye, everyone.
Welcome!
Huh? Who are you?
I'm a distant relative of the innkeep. He's too sick to get up and about, so I'm filling in for him.
He's bedridden? Is it serious?
Not at all. The doctor says he doesn't need to stay in bed, but, well, you should see for yourself.
Well, we'd better go see him then. Are you feeling okay?
He's having a nightmare.
Owen.
I guess he's become despondent since Owen died.
His son was everything to him.
It must be hard to deal with it alone.
What about that girl? She's related to him, right?
She has to go back to her home soon, I hear.
How do you know that?
It just came up. Let's check my journal before things take a turn for the worse, hmm? We'll bring the orphan to the inn we set out from. That sounds relevant, no?
Oh, this is the inn we set out from. And the orphan, I guess that means Eggle? That's nonsense! Mrs. Goodman has given him a good home.
Come to think of it, Eggle's parents were guards, just like Owen. He said he was raised by his kind grandfather after they died.
But...
It doesn't have to be permanent, just until the old man gets better. Do you think we could have Eggle stay here a while?
I guess that's up to Eggle.
Right.
Hey, you guys! You came to see me!
Hello, Eggle. You look happy.
He's been bouncing off the walls ever since this morning, when he heard you were coming.
He isn't always this way?
No. Since you left, he's been moody most of the time.
Is that true, Egil?
Mrs. Goodman is very good to me, and this place is amazing. But I still want to travel with you.
Hey, Egil. Can I tell you something? It's about a captain of the guard who lived in a far-off land. He died in battle, fighting, to protect his kingdom.
Just like my mother and father.
And this man's father, he lies sick in bed at the shock of his loss. The captain's father has been of great help to all of us. We owe him a great deal. I was thinking, if you would spend some time with the captain's father, I believe it might help him get better. What do you think, Egil?
What? So you didn't come to ask me to go with you? That's a shame. Okay, I'll do it. I can't say no to you.
Thank you so much, Egil.
If this is Egil's decision, I won't stop him. But you come back anytime you want, okay?
I will. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Goodman.
That about sums it up. What do you think, Your Majesty?
A fine idea, I must say. I have been concerned about the innkeep myself. Egil, it is admirable of you to agree to follow in the innkeep's footsteps. The kingdom of Kaldisla welcomes you.
You see, I want to be a powerful soldier one day, like my mother and father before me, like Tiz. I want to be a mighty warrior with a kind heart who can protect the ones he loves.
Well said, well said. Fine sentiments for a boy to have. Very well then. You shall be given access to our training hall, Egil. And I would be honored if you would accept this gift.
What is it?
A badge we give our young soldiers. My captain of the guard, Owen, also wore one once. This marks you as an apprentice soldier for the kingdom, Egil. I hope to see you train hard and become a first-rate soldier.
Wow! Thank you!
Thank you, Your Highness.
By the way, Tiz, how is the reconstruction of Norende village proceeding? With all your travels to save the world from peril, you must find little time to return, no? Perhaps you could put Egil here in charge of the reconstruction?
Reconstruction?
You would be acting on Tiz's behalf.
I'll do it!
Are you sure you can handle all of this at once? Helping out at the inn, training to be a soldier, and supervising the reconstruction? That's a lot to take on.
No sweat for me!
You have unlimited potential, Egil. When the time comes, you shall choose your own path. Until then, be fearless and follow your heart wherever it may take you.
I will! Thank you!
Oh, it's you. It's been a while. Ah, you have a young boy with you. And what's this? He wears the badge of a young soldier. That takes me back. My son treasured his above all else. You remind me of him a bit, you know?
I want to be like your son Owen one day. My mother and father were guards as well.
You don't say. I'm sure you'll get there one day.
So you have returned, Balternus.
Yes. Not long ago.
I was told you have an urgent report. Can it not wait until the Council of Six convenes?
No, it cannot. It appears the fire crystal has been awakened. The remaining Black Blades continue to fight alongside the Sword Bearers. However, no word has come from Commander Kami Izumi. It seems that morale is plummeting.
Our only option left is an all-out defense of the Earth Crystal. We must cut our losses in that realm.
You propose that we abandon the Black Blades? The forces of the Duchy's 1st Division?
We have underestimated the Wind Vestal. We shall not make that mistake again. You or I. If the Earth Crystal were to be awakened, there would no longer be hope for this world, and our ideals would fade to nothingness.
But the Wind Vessel has no way of traversing the highlands that surround the duchy. Only the heavy airships helmed by our cadre have the propulsion necessary to make the journey.
Do not be so sure. The Wind Vestal has thus far outmatched us at every turn. Summon Victor and Victoria immediately. It seems the Council of Six may have to deal with the Vestal personally.
Allow me to interrupt.
You...
I'm glad the innkeep was willing to take in Egil.
Egil said he looks so much like his late grandfather, it's scary.
Enough about that! We must go to awaken the Earth Crystal!
But we have no way of entering the Duchy of Eternia.
Perhaps it's time to get out that creepy journal of yours, Ring-a-Bell.
I'd hardly call it creepy. Anyway, I'll see what I can find. There are a few notes that might apply. Earth Crystal, Grand Ship, Engine Room. Those are the words that seem to be coming up.
Grand Ship? Perhaps we'll find a lead there.
I've been expecting you. Thank you so much for what you have done.
Oh, Commander Goodman. It's good to see you at home for a change.
I came as soon as I could when I heard the Wind Vestal was holding a banquet in my honor.
A banquet?
My wife is also most pleased. You can see she's all in a bustle getting things ready. I did wonder at seeing the names of Officers Steiner and Neuer on the invitation. How did you know the names of our shield-bearer officers, Vestal? I don't remember introducing you.
Hold on. You've lost me, I'm afraid.
Well, I received your letter saying that you'd like to hold a banquet at my residence.
I have no recollection of sending such a letter.
Is that so? Strange. I'm quite certain it was signed in your name.
Never mind that, everyone. The banquet shall be ready soon.
Well, I'd hate to put this food to waste, and Eleanor seems so happy.
Indeed, we would be delighted to join you.
Excellent. Please, this way.
I say, the Wind Vestal is much younger than I had imagined.
She may be young, but I hear she's quite capable. They say she's already saved our hides several times.
Allow me to introduce everyone. These are my chiefs of operations. My closest advisors, you might say.
My name is Saranish Steiner. It is a great honor to walk in the light of your countenance, Lady Vestal.
I am Savish Neuer. I'm very glad to make your acquaintance, Lady Vestal.
Pleased to meet you both.
Well, now that formalities are out of the way, let's head to the table.
Daniel.
What is it?
I just opened a letter that arrived this morning.
A letter? There's no sender on the back. Let me see. Daniel Goodman, Shield-Bearer Commander, shall die this night.
What on earth? Is this some kind of sick joke? Who would send such a thing?
It came this morning. I think Nastasia, our servant, collected it.
I don't like this one bit.
Well, we veterans should be able to look after ourselves. We should enjoy the feast, Commander Goodman.
You are right. Are you okay, Eleanor?
Yes. I'll bring the food now.
Please accept my apologies for this disruption, everyone.
Not at all. That letter chilled my blood.
A death threat, it seems.
Ring a bell. Don't say such things.
That was Eleanor's voice!
What is wrong?
Something terrible has happened! It's Nastasia! She's dead!
Nastasia is dead. She was not breathing, and had no pulse.
We believe a blow to the back of her head with a blunt object is what killed her, but we haven't found a weapon.
We've placed her body in bed for now.
I'm more concerned at the fact that the front door will not open. It seems to be sealed shut from the outside. We cannot get out!
Can't we just break a window?
I'm afraid not. This residence was formerly a stronghold. There aren't any windows on the first floor.
So that means we're trapped?
What on earth is going on? Who killed that servant?
I was preparing the food with Nastasia just before, right up until I opened that threatening letter. I noticed nothing amiss at that point.
Then it must have been you who killed her. Who else here would have had the chance?
Nonsense! Why would my wife ever do such a thing?
I have no idea. Perhaps she was the one who wrote that letter as well.
No! I would never harm a fly!
But you were the only one who could have been with the servant at the time she was killed.
Wait! The culprit will not be found through conjecture.
That said, the murderer must be among us. The front door has not been opened since we arrived, no? None have entered, and none have left. That leaves only us.
I would never accuse the Vestal. But how can we trust you other three? We know nothing about you.
That's just...
I'm sure I appear suspicious. After all, I have no memory and know not my own past.
There's no one who can attest to my background either.
Oh, for pity's sake! Why do you travel with companions of such dubious origin, Vestal?
They show up, and all of a sudden the servant dies. Isn't the timing a little convenient?
Enough. The Vestal and her companions have hardly had time to do such a thing since they arrived. And you well know how much they have aided the shield-bearers already. I won't stand to hear the Vestal and her allies insulted.
However, in that case, the finger of blame can point only to your good wife.
Wait! Allow me to take charge of this matter for now. I would ask that you all remain calm.
I trust you will ensure that we get out of this mess in one piece, Lady Vestal?
I'll do my best. Who do you think the culprit is, Officer Neuer?
The evidence all points to the wife, no? She presents herself well, and then goes and does these terrible things. Perhaps she resents Commander Goodman for not returning to his residence more often. Sending death threats before following through takes a cold, calculating criminal. The thought makes my blood curdle. If this is true, I feel so sorry for poor for the commander. He has worked hard for his country. But if you want my honest opinion, I think another may be responsible.
Another person? Who?
This is for your ears only. I have heard disturbing rumors about Officer Steiner.
Disturbing rumors?
He has worked his way up the ranks, serving with merit in many battles since the war began. Promotion after promotion, and now he is Joint Chief of Operations. I believe he wants to take command of the shield bearers. If the war continues, Commander Goodman may very well die in battle, and Steiner may be next in line. However, then you came along and put his achievements to shame. The war seems nearly at an end. He must have panicked. His mind is always plotting strategy, both on and off the battlefield. He must have used your name to set up this banquet.
Then why did he kill the servant first?
That is what makes him so shrewd. He is ensuring no suspicion falls upon him. First the servant, then he picks us off one by one as we turn on one another. Horrifying!
Do you have any idea who the culprit is, Vestal?
No, not yet. What are your thoughts?
The wife does appear to be the most likely suspect. However, I believe she has been framed.
Framed? What do you mean?
I'd have my eye on Officer Neuer if I were you. Something strikes me as odd about her behavior. She is obsessed with furthering her career. I doubt she'd hesitate to knock down anyone she saw as competition. Forgive me for saying this, but she'll stop at nothing to get her way. You should see the way she looks at Commander Goodman, batting those eyelashes at him. And she blatantly acts as if she's his wife in front of others. Even though he has a splendid wife back at home, she uses any excuse she can find to keep him away from her. She's always holding strategy meetings and wanting to discuss enemy raids. As you can see, Commander Goodman is a sincere, earnest fellow, and the Civil War is drawing to a close. At this rate, she'll end up a mere officer, and Commander Goodman will go back to spending time with his wife. Perhaps she saw this banquet as her chance to make a move. That is what I think, anyway. Oh, and not a word to anyone about this. If she knew I had said these things, my life would be in danger. In any case, you should consider this, Lady Vestal.
I am sorry you were dragged into this, Wind Vestal. I hope you and your companions can forgive me.
No need to apologize. I think it is your wife who needs your support right now. Perhaps you could speak with her later?
Yes, you are right. Do you have any idea as to who the murderer might be?
Not so far. Do you have any enemies, Commander Goodman?
Well, there are plenty of sword-bearers out for my blood. But I'd like to think no ally holds a grudge against me. Officers Steiner and Neuer have been steadfast in their support throughout the war.
What do you know of Nastasia, the murdered servant?
Today was the first time I'd met her, actually. I've not been able to spend any time at home.
I see. Thank you for answering my questions.
I doubt that Commander Goodman is behind this, Agnes.
I feel it best that I speak with everyone, just in case.
Often, the least likely suspect turns out to be the culprit.
Even when death threats are made?
Especially when there are death threats. This whole affair has made no sense from the start. An invitation to a banquet sent in the name of Agnes, savior of the shield-bearers. Of course, whoever is behind this invited their intended victims under the pretense of a banquet. If it was Commander Goodman, he could have conspired with his wife beforehand. They could have concocted these mysterious invitations and the death threat themselves.
If that's the case, then why kill the servant?
Killing the servant may have been a diversion before they kill their true target. Either Officer Steiner or Officer Neuer, the two who received invitations. Or both of them.
Wait, it's too early to jump to conclusions. I can't imagine why the commander would want to kill those two.
Then maybe...
How are you holding up, Eleanor?
I can't believe this is happening. With my husband home at last, And you here for a banquet? Please believe me. I have not killed a soul.
How long had the servant girl been working at your residence?
Not long, in truth. I employed her when we took Aegelin. But it has been a blessing having her around. It was good to have someone to talk to after Aegle left the house.
Did she mention anyone that may wish to cause her harm?
No, she was a good girl. I cannot fathom why she was killed.
Don't take it too hard.
I'll try not to. Oh, let me pour some tea.
Your attention, please. Until we identify the culprit, I believe it best that we all stay together. Eventually, the others will realize something is amiss. Once they do, they'll break us out of here. We just have to wait.
In the same room as a murderer? That simply will not do!
I agree! Officer Neuer and I were not mentioned in the death threat, but we certainly do not feel safe.
As long as we all stay in one place, the offender will not be able to take action. We all agree with the commander, right, Agnes? Indeed.
I must ask you to be patient, Officers Steiner and Neuer.
Yes, of course.
It seems we have no choice.
Are you all right, Officer Steiner?
Officer Steiner!
He's dead.
But how? What happened?
He was in agony. It must have been poison. He had just drank some tea, correct?
Poisoned? When?
The commander's wife poured tea for us all just now. The poison must have been in that! What? Officer Steiner was the only one to drink it. The rest of us had yet to take even a sip. That is all the evidence we need! It was you, you she-devil! You've shown your true colors!
Calm down, Officer Neuer.
Calm down? Commander, this woman just tried to kill you! Officer Steiner is dead! But it could have just as easily been you, the Wind Vestal, her companions, or me! Oh, perish the thought!
Good heavens, no! Me? Use poison?
Don't try and tell us it wasn't you! Tie this woman up immediately!
Unfortunately, under these circumstances, I cannot see how anyone else could be responsible.
But, Daniel...
I am sorry, Eleanor. I shall have to confine you in the cellar until you can be cleared of any wrongdoing. Is this acceptable, Vestal?
Yes.
How has it come to this?
There must be some kind of mistake.
Mistake? Are you still on that woman's side? She has killed twice already!
But what is her motive? Why would she kill the servant and Officer Steiner? And by means that could only point the finger at her.
We can find out what her reasons were later. At least she's now under lock and key. Now we just need to find a way out of here, and all shall be resolved. She must have been the one who jammed the front door as well. We should have questioned her.
We should go and have another look at the entranceway.
I'm not going anywhere. No way. I'm staying put until help comes.
Very well. I'll stay here with her.
Poking around isn't going to bring her back, Ring-a-Bell.
Yes, I know. I'm well aware, but...
Show some respect for the dead, Ring-a-Bell. What's this? Everything has gone dark!
Who extinguished the lights? Watch out! I have a bad feeling about this!
Commander Goodman! Get the lights on now!
I will. Just a moment.
The lights are back!
Look! Officer Neuer!
No way.
What's wrong? I heard a scream. Ah! Officer Neuer! Stay with me!
That woman did...
Woman? Which woman? Officer Neuer!
Is she... dead?
Yes.
So, she was attacked in the brief time that the lights were out?
Could the woman Officer Neuer mentioned be your wife?
Impossible. She's confined to the cellar. She had no way of killing Officer Neuer.
Could there be a secret exit out of the cellar? You've not spent much time at home, Commander Goodman, so perhaps you were simply not aware of it. Your wife, Eleanor, could have constructed a hidden passage.
Never.
She may have started a murder spree. Now she's been found out as the killer.
That's pure conjecture. There's no proof yet that Eleanor had anything to do with this.
Let's go and talk with her. That is our only path of action right now.
I'll stay here. I cannot bear to face her right now. Here's the key.
Has something happened? I heard a yell from upstairs a while ago.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yes.
Let's look for a hidden passage.
A hidden passage? What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
Do you deny that you used a hidden passage to sneak upstairs and slay Officer Neuer?
I know nothing of any hidden passage.
I believe you are telling the truth, but that means we have a bigger problem. If you are innocent, then it must mean that Commander Goodman is the killer.
What? Daniel? A murderer?
Only because there is nobody else it could be.
The four of us have stayed together the whole time, so we cannot be responsible. The only other survivors here are you and your husband. Right before Noya breathed her last, she indicated her killer was a woman. That makes you the only suspect.
But I can't see any way out of here.
There must be. Otherwise, who could be the culprit? There are no other women here. Except...
What is it?
Wait. How could we be so stupid? We have made a fatal error. We must return to Commander Goodman at once.
You're mine, Shieldbearer. The meddling wind vessel and her companions are next for the knife, so let me make good on that threat!
Commander Goodman, watch out!
You saved me.
I don't believe it. Isn't that the servant, Nastasia? But she was the first to die.
I confirmed it myself. She had no pulse.
But she was the only woman in the house other than Eleanor and Officer Noya. It seems we have been fooled by an elaborate ruse.
Who on earth are you? Reveal yourself!
It has taken all my training to keep up my death ruse this long. Now you and your companions have unmasked me.
Where is the real Nastasia?
Who knows? Perhaps she's melting away in the lava pits of Mount Karka by now. Really, your guess is as good as mine.
You fiend!
I was but a hair's breadth away from terminating my target, and then the wind vessel of all people has to show up. I certainly did not expect your arrival, I must admit, but that simply means I will add you and your followers to the list of victims to fall prey to my blade. Just as the fire vessel did at the Temple of Fire 3 years ago!
You were the one who took the fire vessel's life?
Then you are a member of the Black Blades?
That is correct. I am Konoe Kikyo, professional killer and leader of the Black Blades' covert forces.
She's gone quiet. I've seen this woman near this residence before. She was just my type, so, I mean, she looked suspicious, so I chased after her, but she gave me a swift rebuff.
What? You mean this is the girl you were chasing after that time?
Here she comes! I've got this!
stand in my way!
Any last words before you meet your maker?
So, the ninja chooses to remain silent upon her death?
You think? It looks like she has something to say. Look, she's changed her disguise again.
I failed to assassinate the Shield-Bearer commander, but at least I was able to eliminate 2 of the Shield-Bearer officers. Not a bad result. All said, unfortunately, the wind vessel I had used as bait actually appeared. There was no way I could have anticipated this turn of events. Perhaps this is what I get for taking the fire vessel's life. My punishment for not heeding the Swordmaster's warnings. It was a regrettable misstep. If only the fire vessel had not ignored my warning and leapt into the lava pit.
What did you say? What happened to the fire vessel?
It's no use. She's dead.
I owe you and your companions a great debt, Wind Vestal. Though we lost 2 of our officers, I consider it a blessing that you and my wife escaped unharmed. I have done my wife a disservice. I was not able to trust her completely.
It was a tough situation we were placed in.
From now on, I'll do my best to spend more time at home, even when I'm busy.
That would certainly set me at ease. It gets lonely in this big house by myself.
Commander Goodman! Officer Steiner! Officer Neuer! Are you alright?
I am unscathed, as are my wife and the Wind Vestal's party.
I'll get the door open now! Please stand back!
That's one banquet I won't forget.
I haven't seen you lot in a while. I heard about your exploits, though. Zat's told me all about it. He and his mates stop by for a drink when they're around. Stop by later, okay? I'll give you a special treat. Ah, there you are. I can't give you any liquor, but you can help yourself to anything else on the menu.
Are you sure? That's very generous of you.
Make yourselves at home. I've taken a shine to you all.
I'll have the braised shanks and spicy seafood steak.
Fluffy cheese omelet, please. Oh, and a palatial parfait deluxe.
Sautéed wild pheasant and the slow-cooked country-style stew.
Sweet herb and nut porridge and some jam-slathered toast.
Sure thing. Hang on a second.
What was that?
We've been having that a lot lately. Grand ship might be finally coming apart.
Yikes! Oh, that was a big shake.
How long ago was Grand Ship built?
They say it's been 3,000 or 4,000 years. Basically a long time ago.
Wow. It's that old?
All right, it's all ready. Help yourself to seconds, of course. Here you go.
Let's eat!
That was a feast and a half.
Is that all you're having, Agnes? You eat like a sparrow. I lived by modest means at the temple, and I still get full very easily.
Say, proprietress, do you have any plans tonight? Shall we take a stroll on the deck and listen to the waves?
What's this guy on about?
There we go again. That sound gives me the shivers.
We're all used to it here. The whole town floats on the sea, after all. It's nothing out of the ordinary for it to creak and sway a bit.
I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite.
You ate too much, Tiz. I can't believe you put all that away. Do men always eat such volume?
Well, I guess so. I haven't pigged out that much in a while, though.
I see. Quite an appetite.
Oh, good of you to stop by.
Hi there. Greetings! Ah, the Wind Vestal!
Rare to see you both here together. The usual dads?
No, I'm good today. I'm glad we ran into you guys here.
Huh?
You'd best flee the ship soon.
Flee?
The whole place moved!
Idea! Agnes! Proprietress! Hold on to me as tight as you can. I'll support you.
I'm good, thanks.
Then you, Airy!
I can fly, fool! The ground shaking does nothing to me.
No need to be shy, girls.
This place is sinking, and it's going down quick.
They're in a panic up on deck.
What is happening?
Say, didn't Ringabel's journal say something about an engine room? Maybe this is it here? But it won't open.
I'll check the journal again. Nothing's changed.
There must be a clue around here somewhere. Let's all look.
What's this?
Found something?
What language is it written in? I can't read a word.
Same here. It's all gibberish to me.
Can you read it, Agnes? Wait, this is the ancient language of the Crystal Adventists. I can only make out a few words. Oh, wow! I'm impressed. Engine room door. Heart of the ship. Requires orichalcum. Ship will rise.
Engine room door.
It must mean this door. I remembered something. Huh?
Eggle, that orichalcum he picked up.
Oh, welcome back.
You're looking well.
I believe I have you to thank for that. I'm very grateful. Egil goes to the training hall at the castle every day about this time. He should return soon.
I'm back! Oh, it's you guys!
I have a favor to ask you, Egil. Can you let me have that orichalcum you found? I know it's a lot to ask.
We would really appreciate it, Egil.
Oh, please. No need to ask so politely. Of course you can have it.
Are you sure?
I get eggs for dinner every day here anyway. I can train and go to school as well. All because you rescued me from the sword bearers and brought me here. You needed to help someone out, right? In that case, it's yours.
Thank you, Egil. It opened!
Are none of you worried that we're following instructions in Ringabel's journal and that old manuscript without knowing what we're doing?
We have to act, whether we like it or not. What will happen to that poor proprietress if we can't keep the ship afloat?
Yeah, you're right. What's our next move?
The heart of the ship could be somewhere deep inside the engine room. We have to place the orichalcum in there, I guess.
Hold on. We don't know what will happen when we do that. Shouldn't we have everyone evacuate the ship first?
You're right. It doesn't look like this door has been opened in a while. Anything could happen.
There are 298 lifeboats in storage hold 89. It was written on the first page of the council record.
So the council members use those boats to escape. Good grief.
It can't be helped. Let's split up and lead the townspeople to safety.
Heard that loud and clear. We'll take care of the townspeople, don't worry.
Wow! So this is what the inside of the council hall looks like. You all head on into the engine room.
I've never seen an elevator like that. How far down did it take us?
My ears are popping like crazy.
This must have existed since the time that old manuscript was written, but it still looks in working condition.
You know, I have a really bad feeling about this. So this part of the engine room is the heart of the ship. This place gives me the creeps even worse than before. More writing in the script of the Crystal Adventists. Insert orichalcum.
Hold up, everyone. I think we're about to encounter some kind of beast.
Huh? Did it say that in your journal?
Forget about the journal. I can feel it breathing down my neck.
Do not stand in my way!
Take this!
That was a close call.
And whose fault is that?
All right, let's insert the orichalcum. I'll do it. You should all stand back.
What's happening?
That can't be a good sign.
It seems to have subsided.
I wonder what it did. Oh, it's you, Dats, and the proprietress.
We've evacuated all the townspeople, except for our friend here, of course.
The ship stopped sinking. It's no longer at a lean either.
What of the townspeople? They'll be heading back in droves, right?
Actually, they all say they've had it with this ramshackle ship. They're sailing off to various other realms as we speak.
Legend has it that Grand Ship was built by pirates. Perhaps that blood is still in us.
Well, at least everyone is safe. That's a relief.
Look, there's a wheel in the council chamber. Hard to starboard. Full speed ahead.
Hey, stop fooling around, Ring-a-Bell. You too, Adia.
I wonder what this button does. It's glowing.
Like I said, quit messing around. This isn't ours to tinker with.
The residents have left the ship and don't appear to be coming back. Women are drawn to men with a wild streak and a hint of danger in their eyes.
How about you stop spouting nonsense and push the darn thing?
All right, then.
Huh? Hey! It's taking off! This is an airship!
How on earth does a ship this large get airborne? Amazing! We're up so high!
Amazing!
Well, I'll be. She can get up to twice the altitude of the echelon. We could probably cross over into the duchy on this idea.
Easily! Yay! Now we can go and awaken the Earth Crystal!
Well, Agnes, shall we make for the Duchy of Eternia?
settles it. I'm staying too.
You want to go with us?
You must all be famished. I'll get the kitchen ovens fired up.
Lord Marshal! We've just received word that Grand Ship has vanished.
Vanished? You mean to say it has sunk?
We know little as yet, but it seems Grand Ship's inhabitants have evacuated en masse. And according to what we've heard from them, Grand Ship did not sink, it simply vanished.
How is such a thing possible?
Alternus, where is the Wind Vestal now?
After a brief stop in the kingdom of Kaldisla, she entered Grand Ship before it vanished. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Muster our forces with haste. I will have every last soldier be made ready for war!
Yes, your lordship. But may I be so bold as to ask, why? Our land of Eternia is an inviolable realm ringed with lofty highlands. Surely, even one such as the Wind Vestal could not...
It is my hope I make much of naught. Yet we cannot leave matters to hope or chance, for we now have but one crystal under our control.
Could it be your lordship's daughter is providing the Vestal with information about our defenses?
Victor, hold your tongue!
No, his fear is not without merit.
I bring ill tidings! An enormous flying vessel has been sighted over Southmoor, and it appears poised to alight there.
Ill tidings? I fail to see how such a vague report is anything of the sort.
Suffice to say, sir, it's a veritable fortress, far beyond the size of an airship.
Could it be Lord Marshal?
This is the Wind Vestal's doing.
Do you mean to suggest Grand Ship has taken flight? That it has surmounted the highlands that defend our land? How absurd. Spare me your flights of fancy.
How do our defenses presently stand?
They stand ready for war, as your lordship commanded. And our troops in Frost Peak Passage and artillery at the summit are prepared to engage at any moment.
We shall join the defense effort. Victor, is the demon child ready for war?
I beg you, call her not a demon child. That is, if you hold your life dear. And whether Victoria goes to war is not for either of us to decide. The decision is hers alone.
But is she not receiving treatment as we speak? When she worked her magic upon me, she seemed more than ready for battle.
Her fits grow in frequency of late. Is she not nearing her limit?
There is no cause for alarm. None whatsoever.